Almost 5 years ago now, when we looked at the environment at UTSA, growing university, phenomenal investment in the engineering and the sciences, we looked at what the university was doing and realized there was a gap.
So the challenge was to build quickly and build well.
We have a lot of very eager, very forward-looking faculty who have well established themselves in the field, are internationally renowned, and have been chosen to leave their top institutions and come to San Antonio, to UTSA, to build the College of Engineering into a Tier 1 institution.
The College of Engineering has a wide range of faculty, and specifically in environmental engineering, we're well versed in anything from water projects to wastewater. So it really gives us a chance to work in areas and possibly work in the community in ways that maybe we couldn't if we were only one person.
My background, I'm originally an aerospace engineer. I trained my undergraduate in Canada and then did 3 graduate degrees at MIT, and had the good fortune of working on many interesting projects, from unmanned aircraft management to robotic missions in space to flying some of my students on the zero-gravity Vomit Comet with NASA.
So I have a BS in chemistry from Baylor University and a master's and a PhD in environmental engineering from Rice University. I'm involved with Engineers Without Borders, which is a student group here on campus that currently they have a project in Peru and they're focusing on getting that community water.
I went to graduate school at Texas A&M University to study oceanography, then moved to Sandia National Laboratories in Albuquerque, New Mexico. But I was really fortunate during the course of that time to experience many, many different types of activities, mostly focused on science and technology. But during the course of that career, I actually gained great appreciation for policy and policy-related issues, working with Congress at the national level.
In NASA, we were involved in the pre-space shuttle programs.
About 4 years ago, I had been at Penn State University. I was a professor of electrical engineering, and I'm principal investigator for ONR, as the Office of Naval Research, and we worked with GE and Phillips, those kind of companies, in developing transducer materials. Those used in medical transducers.
The University of Texas in San Antonio elected to form the Sustainable Energy Research Institute because, as you look to the future, the grand global challenges of the 21st century are related to energy, water.
And then how do we look at those two issues together, which we call the water-energy nexus?
We like to think that the Institute, as it's formed within the university, one, is intended to be a partner of choice.
If the U.S. wants to stay competitive in a global environment, academia and industry need to align. Academia needs to align and produce the kind of workforce that the industry needs. And the industry needs to come work with academia to help us define what's needed from the students.
The fact that we are accredited means companies try to team up with us because we are accredited. And we provide the lab they need to bid for projects for, say, the National Cooperative Highway Research Program or NSF or other national funding agencies.
So we work with SAWS on different projects, which is the San Antonio Water System.
We have partnership with Southwest Research.
We have a current program right now where we're working with Southwest and the FAA to deliver them software.
CPS Energy, which happens to be the largest municipally owned utility in the country.
The 2 oil companies that are very close to us, Valero, who's next door, and New Star, which is down the street, are very, very happy to have this lab here. We are a resource, I think, to those 2 oil companies.
The key, I think, to many of these companies would want to cultivate students at UTSA that then can bring into their workforce to really make them a better place.
We can train these students for those specific areas that they're interested in, and I think they benefit from this. On average, most companies, when they hire engineers, they have to send them to training for 6 months, sometimes to a year. We can shorten that training time.
Save them $30,000 in training expense.
So I think the College of Engineering and UTSA has done a good job in investing in the infrastructure of our facilities so that we can better train our students so when they go out there in the field they're familiar with these areas and they can be a step ahead.
We've built a really strong base and a program that our students, again, are becoming a first choice hire for a lot of companies. Because they can perform. They come in as a performing employee versus a book-smart employee that has to be trained for a long time.
The word on the street, if you like, is that our graduates are very hardworking. The attitude is that of a fighter, or the guy or girl that's going to go out there and get the job done no matter what.
So I think it's really important that with the growing focus on the research and phenomenal fundamentals in engineering, we also add this context of finding a market need, innovating, creating some new technology, and creating creating a business service or a business product out of that.
Part of the university is to create new knowledge or build on the knowledge that we have. So Engineering Brilliance is doing that. We're creating things or applying the science.
And so we went from an environment of nothing happening to now the educational context is I can do something with this other than just get a job. I can create a job, I can create a technology, I can join a company and help them create technologies.
So this is the kind of graduates that we produce. Our top end of graduates will stand against anybody.
UTSA is still growing, but we are far beyond what people think we are at. The future of the College of Engineering is unlimited. We have just got started, in my opinion, and we are already doing so well.